I can magically run through walls. No, someone's not too happy about being in jail. After ransacking his house.
Good gods, Royal Guards, finally here in our small village. I welcome your unit's arrival and hope the trip was without undue duress. You'll need all your strength here. I already sent your father and the rest of his team on a mission. I've known and respected the captain before you were born. Come, there's a lot of work for you to do too. Glad you made it all right. There's something you should do for me. People are easily frightened in times like this. Old Barillas, our gravedigger, abandoned the graveyard and spends his days rambling on about strange happenings. He says dangerous, unusual creatures appear there at night. He's definitely on the wimpy side, but I don't want to dismiss his warnings entirely. I ordered him to go back there, but this is the first time he's refused to obey me. Events at the graveyard must be worse than I thought. My men are busy with more urgent matters, so I'm assigning this task to you. Go there, scan the area, and report back with your findings. Do you think... A word of advice. Talk to Barillas and hear his account firsthand. You might even extract some new, possibly useful...
Alright, Barillas. Let's see, I'm guessing that's not you. Definitely not you. Let's see if I can find Barillas. I already tried to open that. Let's see. Would he be drowning his find Barillas. You are not Barillas. Well, that's nice. Don't you love it in games when people are just very nice to you? Or mean, hateful. Urgent. Let's see. Riverbank, not far from the docks. Let's see here. Wish I had some quest markers. rid of this. Actually, he is.
Welcome, young soldier. I heard of the newcomers, but so if you have time, listen, because you know old people, it takes us forever to go through details. Anyway, today's troubles were unheard of ever since those dire times long ago. Elves have been living here for a long time, before the first humans settled in the valley, back in the days when entire dwarven clans lived in this region. The Rizarian clans and the barbarian tribes from further north habitually invaded, but then we joined forces with the humans and force out the invaders. Just when you start to think we could all live in peace, a new generation of men comes to power. They forget all the good between our two races and return to old habits of hatred and discrimination. In the wake of the bloody war against the dwarves, led by the ancestors of the current Marquis for the control of the mines, the elves found themselves in the crossfire. We did our best to remain neutral in the conflict. Unfortunately, the first confrontations between the dwarves and the elves were soon to follow. Despite your young age, I can see you understand a lot. But let me continue. The dwarven clans used all the force they could muster to maintain control of the mines. Only a few months into the conflict, a large force under the leadership of the Cordelis family arrived from the south. Our current Marquis is a descendant of them. Bloodshed on both sides ensued. We elves did our best to stay on the sidelines, and both parties resented us for it. In the end, the clans were defeated, and more or less the entire dwarven population was gone. We fared well, though humans are suspicious of our involvement to this day. It remains a constant source of conflict between us. I am the third elf to make this village his home. In the past, humans had a representative of their own in our village, and we sent one of our own here to facilitate easier peacekeeping. Although no human has been sent north to the elven village for a long while, I'm not ready to give up just yet. I'm still here and have every intention to stay. Besides, the people here require my medical assistance. Our elven medicine complements human medicine quite nicely, thank Perun. Roy Malas, the village where I was born. It's 3 days northwest from here. Due to recent troubles, it's closed to strangers. If you convince me I can trust you, I'll write you a recommendation. That should get you inside our town if that's your desire. I really don't know what to say. What little news I receive from the elven rangers operating in the north reveals goblin bands on the rampage. Some other groups have been spotted fleeing the mountain ranges further north. They wouldn't venture so close to these settlements unless they were driven by great trepidation. It's all very strange indeed. Even common beasts have been sighted closer to Corden's Fall. I've seen hunters bring Night Rider carcasses into town. It isn't safe to be outside even when the sun is up. Now, you're referring to the Chalice of Volunus. The Chalice of Volunus Might is the most sacred relic of all miners. Volunus himself gave it to the first dwarven miners who descended down those shafts. After many accidents and deaths befalling the first dwarven miners, leaders of the dwarven clans appealed to Volunus for help. He granted them the chalice. Just after the clans started losing ground in the war against humans, they started hiding their sacred relics in vaults scattered all over. I sincerely hope greed is not the motive, although it isn't customary for Songdrel. Sylmain, I should have known. He's been hounding me for years. He attempted to take Sangreal from me on several occasions, but as long as I'm... Sangreal is a sacred relic, and I mustn't remove it from its consecrated shelter for any reason. Often, I use a fake Sangreal for ceremonial purposes, just to protect the real one, of course. I don't lie, but if you take the false chalice to him and pretended I'd made peace with fate, and that the chalice was now his, then only he'd lead the ceremonies. That will provoke the anger of the gods, and when I appear with the real chalice, the people will take my side.
Oh, sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. To the church I go. Merchant.
I expect good news. I feel Sangreal is returning to its rightful place. Thank you.